What's up, guys? It's your man Lane here. Alright, and today we have a little guide on how to level up in Fallout 4. I've been asked how I hit level 64, as you can see down in the bottom left, so fast, seeing as how the game has only been out for a little over a week now, and people have been struggling to level up, and they've been kind of confused, and so I figured I would make this guide to sort of help people out. So, the ways you can level up, the ways you gain XP, is from you either kill things, you discover locations, you craft things, you do quests, or like you can hack terminals or unlock chests, doors, that sort of stuff. So, with that being said, those are all like the ways that you can really gain XP. And what a lot of people do in Bethesda games is they'll go adventuring because they're like, oh, it's a huge open world. I got to adventure, find all this stuff. Yeah, that's great. You find that stuff, but you don't really level up in doing that. You get a very minute amount of experience for doing that in this game. So that's sort of what provoked me to make this guide. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, you want to level up fast. Right, that's what this whole guide is about, is leveling up fast. The easiest way to level up, the easiest way to gain XP is to kill things, right? And in killing things comes doing quests. So if you kill things while you're doing quests, that's going to add boatloads upon boatloads of experience, right? So what we have here is we got these perks called like the special perks. And what special stands for is strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. I think it's an anagram. I think that's what that means. You take the first letter of each word to make a new word, whatever. So yeah, special. What strength does is it's a measure of your raw physical power. It affects how much you can carry and the damage of all melee attacks. Now you instantly, when you upgrade it, you gain 1 point. Upgrading strength itself, it has 10 levels, and it's not going to help you level up since Fallout isn't really a melee weapon based game. It's more about the guns. But in leveling that up, that allows you to carry more. It increases your carry weight, which is definitely important. So just keep that in mind. Perception. It's the environmental awareness in your sixth sense, and it affects your weapon accuracy in VATS. And as each time you upgrade that, you get 1 point. If you don't know what VATS is, if you're in combat, like if there's an enemy around, I guess you don't technically have to be in combat, but as long as there's an enemy or a target around you, if you're playing on the controller on Xbox, it's left bumper. For PlayStation, I believe that would be L1. And then I couldn't even tell you what it is on PC since I play on Xbox. But whatever button it is to go in VATS, it basically slows down time and allows you to select a part of the target's body that you want to shoot at. And depending on your action points will determine how many bullets you're able to shoot into them during VATS, which it's a huge part in the Fallout game. So that's perception. Endurance is a measure of your overall physical fitness. It affects your total health and the action point drain from sprinting. So basically what endurance is it increases your health, which is good, the total amount of health that you have, and it increases your action points, which will allow you to sprint longer. So like as you upgrade endurance, you'll get a little bit more action points, and your action points will drain a little bit lower during your sprinting. So that's a pretty good thing to have. Charisma is your ability to charm and convince others. It affects your success to persuade in dialogue and prices when you barter. So charisma, if you plan on taking the more speech-crafted approach, and like you want more options when talking to people, or if you want to get better prices during at shops, like you buy for less, sell for more, that type of stuff, charisma is definitely for you. However, in leveling up, it doesn't really help. I believe the higher your charisma, the more people you can have in your settlements. I think that's how it works. I think you can have up to 10 beds, and then that's the base you can get is 10 people, and then after that, each point in charisma is another person you can have in that settlement. Feel free to double check that for me. I believe that's how it works. Intelligence is a measure of your overall mental acuity and affects the number of experience points earned. So this is actually kind of tricky, right? So the smarter you are, obviously you can pull more experience from doing the tasks, whether it be questing, killing, unlocking, hacking, or whatever. You get more for that. However, there's a perk in luck that I'll be talking about shortly that sort of is it's a counter to this. So like if you want a nice steady level up rate, and upgrading intelligence is a good idea because that'll allow you to get more XP for the things that you do. Moving on, next is agility. It's a measure of your overall fitness and reflexes. It affects the number of action points in VATS and your ability to sneak. So when you go into VATS, it can actually change the amount of action points you have, allowing you to shoot more. I think there's actually like a melee you can do in VATS too. And it also affects your ability to sneak, which means you'll be harder to detect if you upgrade it. Obviously, you know, it makes sense. Next, finally, is luck, which is a measure of your general good fortune and affects the recharge rate of critical hits. So, just reading that, it makes it seem like the higher your luck, the better off you'll be, which in general, it's pretty true. But you have to remember it's luck, so if it's kind of a gamble when you upgrade it. Recharge rate of critical hits in VATS, you can get this thing called the critical hit, which is the bar that charges up, and when it's full you can choose to use a critical hit on an enemy, which will do significantly more damage, obviously. Okay, so going over all of these, sort of what people will do is they'll upgrade like their strength, endurance, and intelligence. Like those are the main three that people will upgrade. And that's because they think, oh, you know, I'll be this big old tank, you know, go charging into battle head first, you know, commando style. Well, I hate to say it, but that's not really what Fallout is about, you know. Fallout's sort of about, it's a strategic RPG, you know. So, like what I do, how I did it was I looked at intelligence and I saw that it affects the number of experience points you get, so you'll get more if you upgrade. And I thought, okay, that's cool. So I decided to look down, and as I went down, nothing in here really gives you experience for upgrading it. So the only where is it? Okay, yeah. So the only thing that boosts your experience is intelligence, right? So only that first perk gives you more XP. I looked over here, like obviously I read through them all, and when I was looking through luck, I went down, and I saw this, Idiot Savant, which the perk 1, when you first get it, is you're not stupid, just different. Randomly receive 3 times XP from any action, and the lower your intelligence, the greater the chance, right? And so I thought, oh, 3 times, that's pretty good. Who knows how often it will go? So I looked at the next perk. You now randomly receive 5 times XP from any action, and again, the lower your intelligence, the greater the chance. I thought, oh, well, maybe next will be 10 times, which I was wrong. It says randomly receiving bonus XP from any action may trigger 3 times XP for all kills for a short period of time, right? So, and obviously, the lower your intelligence, the greater chance. And so I was thinking, well, the lower your intelligence, which is this, the more this will happen. So what I did was I maxed this out as soon as I could. I maxed out the Idiot Savant perk in luck, right? And so when my intelligence was really, really low, it was at 1, and I had this maxed out, it was basically 1 out of every 4 or 5 kills would give me the 5 times XP, right? It would give me that bonus XP, the bonus multiplier. And then when I had it maxed out, it was 3 times XP for all kills after that for a short period of time, right? So that short period of time, I don't know, I think it's like 5, not 5, I think it's maybe like 10 or 15 seconds. I'm not really too sure about that, but I know that it is definitely worth it, right? So the bonus XP can go from anything, any action. So you could finish a quest, right? Say the quest gave 200 XP. Boom, you have Idiot Savant. Hits you 5 times. That's 1,000 XP plus 3 times XP for every kill you get after that. And each kill is usually around like 10 to 20 XP, right? So that's anywhere from 30 to 60 XP for every kill after that. Say you get swarmed by the ghouls, right? Because that happens if you're in the city. Boom, right? That's usually 5, 6, 7, 8, however many. Multiply that by, say it's 10 XP per ghoul, right? So you get 30 XP per ghoul with this bonus. Say there's 10 of them, right? That's 300 XP plus the 1,000 for completing that quest. 1,300 XP in a matter of seconds. Just think about that. The lower your intelligence, the more that's going to happen. So eventually, right? Eventually it becomes more of a, okay, you need the utility bonuses from intelligence. So you start upgrading that, which if you get it like halfway, your Idiot Savant perk will still go off enough, and you'll get more XP per kill, so it goes up more and more and more. Basically what I would do is, as I said earlier, I know it's kind of been jumbled, max out your luck, go down to Idiot Savant, max that out as soon as you can. I think it maxes out at level 34. Yeah, it says right there. You have to be level 34 to max it out, but you only have to be level 11 to get the 5 times multiplier. So get that 5 times multiplier, keep your intelligence low. When you hit 34, max it out. Grind the kills and the quests, right? Killing and questing gets you the most XP you can get, especially if you're just roaming around. I think like the main city in this, I think is Boston. So if you're just roaming around Boston, just through the streets, you'll run into plenty of enemies. There's plenty of XP. And yeah, so that's sort of how I got to 64. Basically after that, all I did was I did a lot of exploring, right? And so you start all the way up here. You start in Sanctuary. Well, actually, you start Vault 111. You go to Sanctuary, and then work your way down from there. What I did was once I hit around like 50, I want to say like 58ish. Once I hit that, I just started up here again, and I roamed side to side, just walking all along. And then I hit Boston. I was like, wow, there's a lot of places here. So I went from up here at the College Square, right around there. I came zooming down, and I made a straight line up through here. When you discover a place, that's like 20 XP, right? Right around there, somewhere around 10 to 20, maybe a little more. All these places is giving all that XP. So if you want a lot of XP fast, definitely go running through Boston. Just this main street here, it's huge. So many places all in one compact area. It's a huge boost. Finally, if you have a lot of materials and sort of like you have a plan set out in your head for how you're going to use those in your settlement, definitely rush the settlement. I and a lot of other people sort of rush Sanctuary just because it's easy, it gives you a huge space, lots of materials to work with. When you place down when you finish each, I don't want to say building, but say like each piece, we'll call them pieces. Each piece that you place down gives you XP. So if you're just going to be spamming pieces, you already have the whole layout and everything set up, where it's all at. Definitely do that because it's fast XP. The people here, it's just good. It's good. It's good to have one Sanctuary. Settlement. My bad. I was looking at Sanctuary, Anyways, so let's go. I'm just going to go over everything really fast again real quick. Come on, perk chart. Keep your intelligence low if you want to level up fast. Intelligence low. Upgrade that Idiot Savant as much as you can. That gives you the huge multipliers, right? You get a bunch just like that. It got me to the very first day I started playing, which was it was the Tuesday that it came out, right? I started playing it around 10 in the morning, and after I'd already done all the research for all these perks, because when you have all these maxed out, you'll be level 272. That I actually Googled to figure that out. But once you have them all maxed out, or not maxed out, once you have once you've read through them all and you kind of understand them, you'll realize the true power of this Idiot Savant perk. And so, as I said, I started playing at like 10 in the morning, and by 2 in the afternoon, I was already level, say like 23, 24. Like, that's crazy. 4 hours and I was that high up. That's ridiculous. That just goes to show you how overpowered Idiot Savant perk is. And not even just Idiot Savant, the entire luck streak, like the entire tree of luck column or whatever, it's all ridiculously overpowered. Like, take a look at this. Ready? Fortune Finder. You get more caps, right? You max it out, you just get a bunch of caps. Enemies exploding in a shower of caps when you kill them. How crazy is that, right? This one, you find more ammunition, right? Look at that. Just a buttload of ammunition. Bloody mess. Eventually, when you max it out, they can explode. Like, the enemies around an exploded enemy can also explode. That's crazy. Mysterious Stranger. He just appears often in VATS. That's Mysterious Stranger. He's a strange one. He can kill anything in one shot. Anything. Doesn't matter if it's a boss or if it's a bloat fly or whatever. Anything, one shot, dead, boom, gone. Just like that. This to upgrade your damage and your criticals. This one allows you to store crits. This has a chance to restore all action points with any kill in VATS, right? And you max that out, it becomes 35 chance to refill your crit meter and action points just for any kill you get in VATS. This one, each hit in VATS has a chance of filling your crit meter, which is great because crits are amazing. And this one, the lower your health, the higher chance that any bullet that hits you will ricochet back at the dude who shot it and kill them. Doesn't matter how much health, that came out weird, doesn't matter how much health they have, it'll ricochet off you and instantly kill them, which is a buttload of XP too, because if enemies are killing themselves, you don't even got to worry about killing them. You'll still get the XP for it. So just this entire luck tree right here is so ridiculously overpowered in this game. I highly recommend upgrading it as much as you possibly can. And if you have to, go upgrade some of this other stuff for utility purposes, you know, whatever that may be. So just sort of like a final recap. Max out the Idiot Savant as soon as you can. Keep your intelligence low. Do a lot of kills. Do a lot of questing. Alright guys, I'd appreciate it if you like this video. Leave a comment down in the comment section below on what you would like to see next. You can say I've got quite a bit of experience with this game already, even though it's only been out for a week. So any question you have, I am most likely able to answer it. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.